I'm so bad at filming videos. This video is literally gonna be like 30 minutes long. But if you're interested in knowing anything about UCI or your blood or your SIR, you probably want to watch this video. Maybe, probably not. I moved in, so first of all, I did film a dorm tour. Like, not really a dorm tour, but I kind of just filmed like the inside of my dorm for my first year. But I deleted that footage on accident. So we're here. Because I actually already filmed this video. But yeah, I deleted, so I don't have that to show you guys. But I did, if you guys do attend UCI, I'm sure you guys can look it up. If not, I'll insert a picture of where I was living. So I lived in the towers, the new Mezicourt Towers on the UCI campus, on Meza Road. Pretty far from main campus. It's kind of a walk, which was kind of annoying. But honestly, it was not at all the college experience I had anticipated because the dorms didn't feel like dorms. It kind of felt like I was in a hotel like most of the time. Yeah, so I shared a quad because this year, I guess because of the admittance of students, there was an influx, because of the over admittance of students, they transformed the towers into quads only, which is what I had requested originally. When I had SIR'd and then, done my housing and stuff and then applied for all that stuff, I did request my roommates, so I did get my roommates that I had wanted. So I requested my roommates, did get them. And it's more likely for you to get quads, I feel like, because it's not only the cheapest, but I feel like people don't really want to get quads just because they expect they anticipate like, wow, 4 roommates in a room, like how's that gonna go? Like I won't be able to do it. But honestly, the towers is a really good experience and having a quad was really not that difficult. The rooms are really spacious. They're so modern too, like they're really, really nice. So yeah, housing was really not bad at all. Classes every quarter was really kind of like, you were like in this purgatory of not knowing what was going on just because they gave you enrollment windows, and the enrollment windows I feel like not filled up really quickly, but the classes got filled up fairly quickly, so it was really difficult. They go, I'm sure by year, I'm not completely 100% positive because people were enrolling at different times, but basically based on your, I'm guessing, year, your enrollment window opens up. Usually mine was really late. I don't know if that's because I'm a humanities major, because I was a first year, not completely sure. But basically the whole method of enrolling for classes is fairly simple. It does get difficult at the end though if your enrollment window is too late, or if you forget to enroll and then you end up enrolling really late. You end up enrolling in a whole bunch of random classes. I know my first year was pretty much easy because I was in the Humanities Core program, and as a part of that program, your schedule is not necessarily like set up for you, but because of the Humanities Core program, it would automatically add 8 units to my schedule because it was a program where it really was one class, but it was, a lecture and a discussion, but both served as 4 units each, which is not typical. Usually the lecture or vice versa, the discussion is 4 units and then they're a pair and the total is 4 units, but not with the Humanities Core program, which was really good for me because it automatically gave me 8 units. I only really had to worry about getting one more 4-unit class because the minimum was 12 units. And where's my foundation? And so I only took 12 units my first quarter. My first quarter was really not that bad. I took an intro to psychology class with an amazing professor, and she was really interesting. I was intrigued the whole time. And the Humanities Core program I really enjoyed too. It was honestly very difficult my first quarter. Coming in a second quarter, again, I did Humanities Core because it is a year-long program, and I took 2 more classes. I took a ICS class, which is like computer something. It was a web design class, super easy. And then I took a psychology class, which was also fairly easy. So I think I did like 16 units. My last quarter, I only did 13 because I did want to get a job on campus. And that's one thing I would say, which is really weird. If you want to get a job, I would say apply really early because they don't get back to you until really late. Like, I applied the 3rd week of my last quarter, and I was expecting to get, like, them to get back to me within, like, a week, you know, that way I would have the rest of the 6 weeks to work, or 5 weeks or 4 weeks. I didn't end up getting the job until 2 weeks before I was actually going to be leaving for my first year. And, you know, fortunately I did get the job, but I only worked for, like, maybe 5 days, which was really weird for me. And so I did get the job, and the cool thing is, though, that once you do get the job, it is your job, like, which sounds weird, but it is my job guaranteed for, like, next, or, like, the coming quarter, so my fall quarter of my 2nd year. And so I did get the job, that's one thing. So that's why I took less units. I took, obviously, Humanities Core. I was finishing up the program, and then I took a sociology class, which was really cool, with this really handsome professor. He's super funny. And then I took an elective class, which was 1 unit, because I'm guessing it's because I'm a part of the Humanities Core program, but basically it was offered to me through an email. I'm not really sure how that works, but the Humanities Core program sent me an email with a whole bunch of elective classes that, I forgot I had concealer right there, and I just scratched my eye. They just offered me a whole bunch of classes, like elective classes, and I just, you know, opted to get one of them because it seemed really cool. It was Improv for Success with a professor on campus that was honestly really extraordinary. He was really cool. It was an improv class, so I learned a lot about, like, improvisation, which is honestly very, like, vital in your everyday life. You don't realize how much you improvise until you, like, analyze your conversations, which is something that we did. Like, we did a lot of skits and, like, just, you know, basic improvising, which was really cool. It made me appreciate that sort of art. And so this last quarter was really easy for me, but like I said, I thought I was going to have a job, so it was a little too easy because I had a lot of time on my hands, which is something I wouldn't recommend you do unless you're going to get overly involved, like in your campus or with extracurriculars. Yeah, so that was pretty much that. I did, however, my winter quarter, so my 2nd quarter at UCI, so I would definitely recommend you guys join clubs, organizations, you know, any extracurriculars you can, intramural sports, because it's definitely a really good way for you to make friends. And not just that, get more comfortable with your campus. I know for sure my 1st quarter, when I hadn't really joined anything or was really interested too much in, like, getting involved on my campus, I had far less friends. Like, I didn't really socialize too much. But then winter quarter, I decided to join TEDxUC Irvine, which is a branch off organization of TED org, like TED Talks. So I did join that, and that was a really amazing experience for me. I helped alongside a team of people to organize an event that we had this past April. And it was really, really cool. It was like a basic TED Talk, like the ones that you would see online, which I'm really passionate about. I've always watched TED Talks probably since I was, like, in middle school, like coming into my freshman year of high school. So that was really cool to be a part of something like that. It definitely did help me branch out. It helped me, socialize with people that were from different groups, different years, different majors, different interests. And it was just really cool because we found that we had a lot of things in common, and our event was a total success. It was really amazing. So yeah, that was really cool. So that's something I definitely recommend. Like, just join and branch out, because that was definitely a mistake I made in my 1st quarter. I was more introverted, which I know is weird because in my spot video, I was so much more outgoing. Like, I was all about, you know, college and making friends and just talking to people. But I feel like college kind of hit me like a dump truck. Like, I just felt super overwhelmed. And I filmed all my week 0, like all 7 days, my 1st week at college, and I never uploaded any of the videos because I just felt like I was just overwhelmed. Like, it was just too much for me. I got like a tiny bit homesick, which is crazy because I literally live only a little over an hour away, but it was still really overwhelming for me being away from home for the first time, being away from my friends, being away from people that I really cared about, being away from my boyfriend, like all of that. It was just really weird. So I filmed all that, didn't upload it. which is sucks now, and I don't even know where the footage is, because if I did have it, like, I would even upload it late, because it was really, really cool. Like, there was a lot of things that I did. Oh my gosh, I feel like my face looks really dark. Anyways, so yeah, that was basically my first year at UCI. It's honestly a really cool school. I feel like I'm talking and I'm not doing my makeup enough. Like, what the heck? I'm trying to think of other things. Here, I'll think about it while I do my foundation, and then I'll come back to you guys. The classes, I would say, okay, so the classes I had, pretty much all the quarters, or every single one of my quarters at UCI, were kind of far. I don't know if it was because of where I lived, because I know people that lived in Middle Earth, which is another housing community on our campus, didn't have as much trouble getting to like PSB or like the social sciences area, because it was literally right there. But I think it's because I lived in the towers that it always took me, excuse me, like, I think the average person would take like at least 20 minutes to walk to their class. But honestly, I walk with a purpose. Like, I swear it takes me like 7 minutes to get somewhere where it should take me 20. But like, I get to class and I'm like sweating. Like, I am in like about to have a heat stroke. And it's like honestly in the middle of winter and I'm having a heat stroke because I'm walking so freaking fast. But yeah, so that's one thing. I feel like the classes are low-key kind of far for like certain people. I guess it depends where you live, or like I guess where you park. Parking is crazy. I think there should be free parking if you attend the school, because you're already paying for tuition. Like, what the heck? Like, they're really charging you like $10 to pay for parking. Like, that's really unfair. And then charging you for a parking like permit, like for you to stay there, like when you live there, you're already paying for everything else. Like, why do you have to pay for parking too? Like, that's crazy to me. But a whole nother thing. Oh, also very interesting about our school is, so we have this thing called Ring Road, and again, it circulates around Aldridge Park. And on Ring Road, pretty much, I want to say every day, but on certain days, pretty much at the beginning of the week mostly, there's always vendors. Like, well, not vendors, I guess, but like there's clubs and orgs that are out there like selling stuff, promoting their clubs, trying to get people to join frat sororities, like, you know, that philanthropy, all that stuff. Oh, I didn't join sorority life or anything like that. I also didn't even consider joining Greek life. Not sure I will anytime soon, or if I'm at all interested in it. But a lot of people do, just not my thing. I did, however, my first quarter, not really my second and third quarter, not because I was antisocial or anything, but I did go to parties. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. Like, I did, like, you know, hang out and had fun, kind of, sort of. But I did go to parties. They were all right. I feel like it's not really my thing. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because I have a boyfriend or because maybe it just wasn't my crowd of people. I did go with my roommates, but I did go to parties, and it just wasn't like super fun. Like, it was not something that like I would really want to be doing all the time. Like, I know people are like, ooh, like college, like I'm trying to get lit, like all that stuff, but it's really not like that. I spent most of my time like pretty much in the library, like, and that's not, honestly, not a bad college experience. Like, I really got my stuff done. But yeah, I did go to parties. So there is parties at UCI. It's not a party school, definitely not. I would say our school is more like academically inclined as opposed to like party inclined, because it is very, I wouldn't say difficult, but you don't really hear about parties. I feel like a lot, oh my gosh, I know this is still red right here. I feel like a lot of the parties you hear about are like venue parties, which is really weird. I attended like 2 of them. They weren't that fun. But basically venue parties are like frats or sororities or whatever. I think it's frats mostly. But basically they rent out like a venue, like a club or like a bar or whatever. And they basically rent it out, and then you like party there, which is weird to me. And like, obviously you can't drink if you're like not 21, so you like are supposed to pregame, which is like also weird. But basically, yeah, that's like the dynamic of parties. I'm sure that's how it is in a lot of places, pretty much every college campus. So guys are weirdos. Like, actually, very fitting. So I went to a party for Halloween. Yeah, during Halloween time. And I was dressed up like a belly dancer. And so, you know, like I had the whole shebang on. And I'm dancing, like, I want to say throwing my back, but like low-key was, and I wasn't doing it to anyone or anything. I literally was doing it to the wall. And I went to the party with 2 of my roommates, and like they were like not protecting me, but like, you know, everyone had each other's back. And this guy like literally like grabbed my waist and like you know, tried to get, I was like, like my roommate pulled me, like I was just like, no, like that's not happening. But yeah, just weird. That was a really weird party. I mean, as soon as like he realized like I didn't want to dance with him, like he went like this, like, you know, yeah, I didn't do that again. I think that might be honestly the last party I went to, because after that I started going over to a friend's house like on Friday nights, me and a couple of other friends. And so it was more chill, like it wasn't like party scene or anything. It was just like a few of us like hanging out at one of our friends' apartments, and so that was really fun. Yeah, that was pretty much as wild as it got. Like, oh yeah, parties. So there is parties at UCI. So if you're the partier, yeah, attend them. They're really, really fun, I guess, for you if you're into partying. Not really for me. Lately I've been really into making myself look sunburnt. Don't really know what I like about it, but I like looking sunburnt. I know it looks like a lot of blush, but it really doesn't look like that in person. Like, at least not as much as what it looks like in camera. I swear it looks normal. Gonna put that highlight on. I'm trying to think of other things, but really, college was college. I stressed out a lot, cried a lot, but I'm just a crier. I was made emotional. Oh, what? I'm ready to go. Alright, y'all, that was if I do upload this, why do my ears look huge? That was my video on my update of UCI. And it could be like 100% helpful, like maybe 200%, probably 300, probably 1% helpful. I'm not sure, but that's just my experience in college so far. I'm going into my 2nd year of college now. Very exciting, very expensive. But anyways, that was my experience at UCI. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And we'll see if I upload ever again. Maybe, possibly. Okay, bye guys. I hope you guys enjoyed.